Good morning everyone, today we're going to be going over the April 6th patch notes because they just posted these out and the servers are still down. I don't know if it's going to be extended. I really hope maintenance doesn't get extended because I just want to play the game. But as usual, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the event schedule. So we do have two contests going on. One is an item design contest where the winner will get their item actually put into the game. So you could try this if you want. I am not really talented in this department, so I probably will skip this. The second one is cosplay and crafting contest, and there's no way in heck I'm gonna be cosplaying because I'm still stuck in lockdown, so there's definitely no chance of me doing this, but you have plenty of time as this is going on for like 3 months actually. So the item design contest is only 1 month, while the cosplay and crafting one, you have 3 months to do this, which is pretty nice, especially since I know if you make a cosplay from scratch, it takes a very long time. It's a lot of hard work. So I'm glad Sega's giving the cosplay community enough time to create their cosplays. Alright, now let's talk about in-game stuff because that's what most of you guys care about. First of all, we are going to get a bunch of new limited time quests called the Fight Through Retempt support missions. So this is just going to give us a bunch of goodies. So just do the limited time quests, get some goodies, get rewards, and you're all good. Second of all, there is a screenshot submission campaign. However, this does require you to have Twitter. I don't know why they reverted back to this. Maybe Twitter is just easier to handle on the global side or something, or encourage other people to post screenshots. But you know, whatever, I ain't complaining too much. I'll probably try to take a screenshot or two and post this since I do have Twitter. Next up is a use AC get items campaign, and last but not least is great bargains in the SG shop. So we're going to skip over these two contests over here as well as the support missions because we won't be able to see these until we log into the game. So what I can show you is the screenshot submission campaign, the AC as well as the SG stuff. So as we can see here, the screenshot submission campaign, as usual, it will last for 2 weeks over here. There will be 40 winners and the reward is 1,000 SG as well as 3 color change passes. So make sure to read all the rules and make sure to use the hashtag NGS_screenshot campaign if you are participating in this. Remember, you do need a Twitter account. Next up is use AC get items campaign. So over here you can get this little puffy rappy as well as the puffy emperor rappy, of course, but you do need to spend quite a bit of AC actually. 10,000 AC, that's quite a bit of money. That's like $100 in order to get a N color change pass. Okay, cool, I guess. But the Puff Emperor Rappy, you know, that's pretty cute. But spending $100, that is pretty steep. I wouldn't really go out of my way to get this. I wouldn't specifically spend $100 to get this little Emperor Rappy, unless of course you were going to scratch anyway, because there is a new AC scratch and there's actually quite a few AC scratches coming. However, it does last until April 27th. However, there is a downside here, and that is actually the AC select support items to scratch comes out on the 27th after the maintenance, and this campaign ends before the maintenance. So it's really unfortunate that they had to do this. They're like, you know, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't mind too much to top up $100 if they were gonna be buying these Addy capsules, but yeah, having it expire right before that, that's it's kind of sus, man. That's kind of sus, I can't lie. But whatever, it's a campaign over here. Obviously, I am not participating since I am free to play. But speaking about free to play, we do have the great bargains in the SG shop. So this will last for 2 weeks until 4/20, so April 20th. And over here, this is a great way to get salon passes as well as color change passes. So I know color change passes are very difficult to get as a free-to-play player. So this is nice that, hey, if you spend 800 SG, you can get the salon pass times 10. That's actually quite a bit. But more importantly, you can get 2 N color change passes. So this is something you could look into if you have an excess of SG. But I wouldn't go too crazy about these yet, because keep in mind that we do have the new SG scratch coming out on the 13th, and that also has limited time items just like what we currently have, where like the luster outfit, the bunny outfit, you know how those are going away. In this one, it's going to be the Hitsugi outfits. So I'm a big fan of Hitsugi, you know, definitely not because she's a braver, But I'm a big fan of Hitsugi, so I am going to be saving my star gems for the SG scratch because I care more about her hairstyle and her oversized overalls. Her style is on point. But yeah, just keep that in mind that you do have this option if you do want color change passes. You are paying for quite a bit, but you are getting quite a lot of salon passes. So, you know, it's up to you. Remember, there is a purchase limit of 1 for each category, so you can buy 1 of the large, 1 of the medium, and 1 of the small if you just want everything. But that's a lot of star gems. Now, speaking about scratches, we have a new AC scratch called Casual Comfort. This is out by the time you see this video already, and this onesie is amazing. I love the onesie. I love the oversized streetwear over here, and there's a lot of really cool cast parts. Here are all the percentages. I am a little bit sad that we don't have the little button over here where we can see all of the, you know, we can just see the pictures of how they look. They have officially removed that from the website, so I am a little bit very sad about that. But here are also the scratch rewards. Nothing too crazy. The motion dash over here for 45 scratches if you do want that. Alright, with all the campaigns out of the way, let us jump straight into the patch notes and into the nitty gritty. So we're going to blast through all the stuff that you guys already know. So of course, level cap increased to level 45. We are getting new skills for the Force and Techer, which is the compound techniques. So you will need to go to your skill tree and actually put 1 point into compound techniques to unlock it for the Force and Techer. That's what they mean by new skills. This is not photon arts, because photon arts is right here, say new photon arts, and basically every class gets a new photon art, so that's really cool. Next up is an update to the Battledia, the urgent quest, as well as Retem Al Noth combat sector. So we are getting rank 3 for Al Noth, which battle power requirement is 1869. Very nice. As for the urgent quest, we're going to need 2049 battle power or higher in order to do Renus Vera as well as Dustel Vera. So this shouldn't be too hard, especially since we are getting an extra 5 levels. So just level up and I'm pretty sure you'll hit this very, very comfortably. And of course, the Battledia requires 2114 battle power for the rank 2 version of Retem Devastators. So yeah, that's actually quite a bit of battle power, but I have faith that you guys will hit it pretty soon. Next up is, of course, we are getting the new type of enemy, the equalizing enemy, which buffs all enemies around them. And apparently we're only going to be seeing some of the equalizing enemies. They're not going to be available in all the combat zones. I'm guessing they're going to be exclusive to Retem. For now, that is what I'm assuming, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Then, of course, we're getting new items, the Kukuroziat weapons. So that is the sword, the bow. Every weapon type will get a Kukuroziat weapon, simply because they're needed for the geometric labyrinth. Well, they're not needed, but they'll make your life a lot easier, especially if you're trying to push the max score and get all of that awesome loot. So I do recommend people to start farming for the Kukuroziat weapons, as well as leveling them up, as well as increasing their potential, because you're going to need them when the geometric labyrinth comes out on April 20th. Of course, there is the Casual Comfort, which I just talked about. As I said, the onesie, very, very beautiful, very cute. Next up are some system updates. We are getting some new augments, we're getting new potentials. Dread enemies will now appear even when players are near the spawn points. Alleluia, finally. This is great. So for people who are just farming dreads, you know, maybe in your central Retem, whatever, now when there's that AFK standing on the worm, well, don't worry, it will still spawn and wreck that AFK out of existence. So that's pretty awesome. Next up is a couple changes with the password matchmaking settings screen for Urgent Quest and Battledia. You can change the matchmaking word from the quest acceptance menu during passworded matchmaking. This is nice, especially if you just play with your alliance or with your friends all the time. So just having this ability makes life a little bit easier. But over here, this is interesting. Some of the level 31 and up dolls will drop new items. So Kukuroziat weapons dropping from dread enemies? Question mark? I don't know. This is definitely very, very interesting. We're gonna have to see. Next up is some UI changes. The boost campaigns are now listed under the current effects in the character information. So now you can actually see the buffs that are happening. For example, on PSO2 day, you know, you get the extra rare drop as well as EXP. It'll actually show up when you open up character information. Thank goodness, because I've made a couple videos with misinformation because of this, because I was like, are these buffs active or not? I don't know. So I'm glad that they're making this a little bit easier for me and for everyone else. Next up is the default value for the camera light has been changed from 0 to 100 in custom light settings. I don't know what this is because, well, I think you need premium to be able to mess around with custom lightings. So yeah, there you go. You can change the lightings, I guess. There are a couple changes with the tasks over here. So before, when you were progressing in the storyline, even though you hit the battle power, you actually had to press escape to open up the little menu to show that, hey, I've hit this battle power before the quest would complete. Now it just auto completes once you hit that battle power. Nice little change. Another quality of life is you can now sort tasks with the prioritize unaccepted task features in the task list from your NPCs you have access to. So this is really cool. I'm going to just show you guys this in game in tomorrow's video because this is really awesome. The NPC Ronaldine will now have gold colored overhead icon when she has tasks for you. So this is just relentless training. The interval at where you can reaccept completed side tasks from Leah May is now changed. It used to reset every week. It has now been changed to every day at reset time. So this is really awesome because Leah May's quests were super useful if you needed to level up, especially during certain dead zones when you're trying to level up like an alt or like maybe another class. It was a pain in the butt when I wasn't level 31 and I couldn't equip any of my gear, and I had to use like, you know, hand-me-downs or like really garbage gear, and I couldn't level up. Next up are changes to party commands. We can now finally form parties when we are in an urgent quest or just in any quest in general, which is freaking awesome. So now you can queue in solo to an urgent quest. Once you're in that 1-minute waiting room, you can invite people into your party so everyone gets the try boost, and yeah, it's a win-win situation. So please take advantage of this. Now another feature is, of course, the recruiting party members option is now available under the party commands under communications. So again, I will show this off in tomorrow's video. Just know that you can now recruit players while you are in town or just running around in combat zones or whatever, and people can just automatically join your party without you having to invite everyone one at a time. There are new changes to the room matchmaking because now we do have the photo room settings. So that will despawn all the enemies so that you can get those beautiful screenshots. So Lookbook, we can actually get 5 SG a day. Whoa, 5 SG. You know, this is kind of reminds me of base. It's not a lot of SG, but just open up the Lookbook and just give 5 people a like to get 5 SG. It's really painless and very quick. Yeah, sure, it doesn't seem like much reward, 5 SG, but it does add up over time, so just do it anyway. Now premium members get 2 SG per like, so they get a total of 10 SG every day. So yeah, I mean, it's free SG, why not? And it's very easy to do. With the exchange shop, we got the new EXP earned, the 25%, 50%, which is nice. Now the following items have been changed to a 4-star rarity, so all of our triggers, that's pretty nice. I don't know why they have the spring trigger over here, since isn't this gone now, question mark. So that's interesting. We are getting streamer mode, so this is really nice, especially if people do get into the partner program and just don't want to risk anything. Just turn on streamer mode whenever you're recording, whenever you're streaming, whatever, and you will be fine. There's some new options that you can set over here if you want, which is nice. You now have different blocks. We have beginner blocks now, which is interesting, I guess. I don't know. There's a bunch of spec changes over here, and of course the balance adjustment for each class, which I went over in a previous video, is all available here as well. Now there is a very interesting system change over here. The battle power at which damage reduction due to player and enemy level difference is disabled and has been adjusted for level 44 enemies. So basically, this is saying that, hey, if you're doing like a lower level urgent quest or like yellow triggers or something, and the mobs are 5 levels above you, you can still do normal damage, which is very interesting. The damage reduction only kicks in against enemies which are level 44 or above. Very interesting change over here. I wonder what triggered this or what made them do this change. But you know, I ain't complaining. It's a pretty good change, so that sounds nice. This is great over here. Lower the sound effect volume of other players' attacks on enemy weak points. This is very nice because I don't want to hear any more anymore. So this is nice that they're lowering the sound effect volume. Next up are some changes on the enemies. Endurance stats for the boss enemy Lazentos will be reduced in some areas. So yeah, this is the stupid T-Rex guy. I'm glad that they're making him a little bit easier to kill because Barney kills all of us all the time with his stupid spins. It's kind of annoying. Another thing is the level of Gigantics in all regions will be increased to level 49. However, the Halfa Lake one will still be level 60, so do keep that in mind. And last but not least, equipment requirements for the following weapons will be changed to level 15. So the Tempesta weapons as well as the Lumiere weapons. So you can equip these at level 15 now instead of level 25. So I am happy that they're making these changes so my alts can use these weapons. This might actually give the Lumiere weapons some value since the light weapons are very effective against Dark Falls. So yeah, you can use that, I guess, or I don't know. I would use it for leveling mainly. Since level 15, instead of using Evil Coat, I could use the Lumiere weapons. I don't know if it's actually better, especially with the seasonal event gone now. So all the mobs will not be weak to light anymore. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye! And now for everyone's favorite part, the thumbnail. We're just going to be doing the typical, I'm going to be pushing up my glasses and be like, oh yeah, I can read the patch notes. Something like that. Alright, there we go. There's the thumbnail. Thanks again for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome for the